The M2 light tank, a compact yet iconic piece of American armored history. While it never saw combat in major WWII theaters, its role as a training and development platform laid the groundwork for the tanks that followed. Today, we're diving into what made the M2 light tank stand out, despite its limited battlefield presence. Developed in the late 1930s, the M2 was the U.S. Army's first mass-produced light tank of that era. Weighing in at just over 8 tons, it featured relatively thin armor, about 16 millimeters at its thickest, and was designed more for mobility than for survivability. Its power came from a Continental air-cooled radial engine, delivering around 250 horsepower. That gave the M2 a top speed of roughly 36 miles per hour on road, quite fast for its time. With a crew of 4, driver, gunner, commander, and loader, the tank's interior was cramped but functional. Armament-wise, the M2 was armed with a 37mm M5 gun and multiple .30 caliber machine guns mounted at various positions, including side sponsons, a rare and short-lived design feature. While that setup gave it a solid rate of fire against infantry and light vehicles, the firepower was quickly outdated when the war intensified in Europe. One of the most interesting things about the M2 is how it reflects the U.S. Army's mindset before WWII. It was produced in an era when tank-on-tank combat wasn't fully understood, and the U.S. had little real-world experience. That's why you see features like riveted armor and side-mounted weapons, concepts that would soon be abandoned in favor of more modern designs. Though the M2 light tank was quickly overshadowed by the M3 Stuart, its successor, it served a vital role in preparing American armored divisions for war. Thousands of U.S. tank crews trained on the M2, learning the basics of armor tactics, gunnery, and maintenance long before they hit the battlefields in North Africa or Europe. Today, surviving M2 tanks are prized pieces in museums and private collections, preserved not because of their battlefield record, but because of the story they tell. They mark the transition from old ideas to the birth of modern American armor. So, while it might not have fired a shot in anger, the M2 light tank helped shape the soldiers who would. And that alone earns it a place in the timeline of armored warfare. Let me know if you'd like a 30-second version as well, or want this adapted for a specific tone or audience.